So let's check on the two teams for this afternoon's final. First, Nottingham Forest. Brian Clough delayed his choice until yesterday. He had to rule out the England defender Viv Anderson, not recovered from injury. Kenny Burns not quite ready, and Trevor Francis ineligible, but Colin Barrett, who missed last year's final through injury, is back. Only his second game since he was injured early in the season. Otherwise, the faces and the names are now well known. Meanwhile, the Southampton manager, Laurie McMenemy, feels the team that beat West Bromwich Albion in the FA Cup last Monday is a decision that gives Austin Hayes a Wembley place after only 6 first-team games this season. Some contrast to Alan Ball playing his 32nd game in this stadium. The substitute, Tony Seeley, only included in the squad on Tuesday, but he's been doing well in the reserves, yet to play a full game in the first team. So here we go, Southampton in a change strip of yellow with blue shorts, attacking the goal to our right. It's the same colour strip they used when they won the FA Cup against Manchester United in '76. Nottingham Forest in red with white shorts. And Peter Shilton with the first touch of this new football to be used in the league next season, white with a red band around it, so that it's easy to see in all conditions, say the Football League. And incidentally, it will only be manufactured by British companies. Lloyd whacking that one away, and that's going to go for a goal kick. It's an amazing turnaround since they won the Cup, Southampton, in '76. Only 2 remain from that side. David Peach is one, and Nick Holmes, number 10, is the other. Woodcock ducking in there, playing it wide now for Robertson. Crossed in well towards Bertels. Well saved. Well, Robertson certainly showed what he was made of there, and the threat that he could cause Southampton down that left flank. Crossing that ball in well, it was Bertels who got up, and Geno who got down well. Hamptons. But it's Nottingham Forest, and there's O'Neill. Oh, he skinned Peach there. Can he do the same against Holmes? David Peach played on for Alan Ball. McGovern's after him, but Ball has already released it for Boyer. And looking for it back again. Oh, gave it away though. Bertels now to Archie Gemmell, past Alan Ball. And the ball played just that little bit too firmly by Gemmell, but what a piece of play by him. The way he went past Alan Ball and really attacked that Southampton back line. Hayes to Boyer. Holmes in behind him. That's the pass for Nick Holmes. Boyer again. Peach waiting for it now. Peach getting it. Right foot perhaps. No. Alan Ball. Played in there. Now for Peach. And a goal! David Peach. They're looking around for offside. The linesman kept his flag down. And Southampton have worked a superb goal by David Peach with 16 minutes gone. Here he is, Peach, who started it. Played in here for Alan Ball. And goes on his run, onside when the ball was played. Good decision by the linesman. Round Peter Shilton, right foot into the back of the net. And Nottingham Forest 0, Southampton 1. David Peach, the man who never seems to fail from the penalty spot, has now got, well, a real genuine goal. And what an important one it could be. Frank Clark. Bertels. Now Boyer. And now Austin Hayes. Curran. Holmes is loose on this side. If Curran can hoist one far enough, Boyer's in there. And Holmes was almost in there. What a brave and a good piece of goalkeeping by Shilton. Well, they thought Holmes would be a danger man, and as Curran lifted that one in there, Boyer nearly got what could have been a decisive touch there. Holmes was there too. Look at that brave bit of keeping. Playing it off for McGovern. Robertson being forced back. and needing a bit of skill to find Barrett. O'Neill now. Holmes committed himself, and here's McGowan. A touch for Robertson, a good ball by Robertson now for Martin O'Neill. Oh, what a bad finish. Purpose now, this goal down against Southampton. Curran right the way back there. Played for ball, tried to get it on for Curran, but it didn't come off. Gemmell shrugging off all comers, and then he's brought down by Alan Ball. The two mighty midgets in the middle. Oh, and Gemmell freed from that free kick by Clark. And Chris Nichols' header getting it away in a really crowded Southampton penalty area. Williams helping it on for Boyer. And O'Neill bringing down Boyer. And Boyer, you saw from his expression, not happy with the Irishman's way of stopping him. Geno's view of it. Now Robertson and Clark behind it. I imagine it'll probably be Robertson who might well try and lift it to this side. Indeed he has. They all go in there. And O'Neill with a chance to turn it back, and that might go anywhere, and in the end, oh my word, O'Neill, my word, no, it didn't in the end. Well, that was an incredible sequence of events. No wonder Geno looked a bit relieved there, and a bit concerned as well. Off the top of Chris Nichols' head, and it's really whacked in here by Martin O'Neill. Could have gone anywhere, and now it comes off the head of David Needham there. Back to O'Neill again, and scrambled wide of the post. Now it's Archie Gemmell on the break for Nottingham Forest. Battles playing it inside again there. Williams' header getting a bit of height on it. McGowan trying to make something of it. O'Neill's right in there. Will it come for Forest now? It was Holmes who hacked that away when it began to look most dangerous for Southampton. Good spell this for Nottingham Forest, the best they've had. In from Robertson. Bartels almost shoved off that ball, it seemed, as he tried to get a header in there. And Southampton get it away again with ball. Play down for Hayes. And back it goes to Shilton. We're into time added on for stoppages as the half-time whistle goes, with Southampton leading through the goal by David Peach. Beautifully worked by him, but it wasn't only Peach's goal scoring, it was his defence as well that has been such a contribution for Southampton. The biggest contribution of all, though, coming inevitably from that man in the middle of the field, Alan Ball, who's been everywhere cajoling and arguing with his teammates and making sure they keep on the right track. A tremendous solo performance by him that has given, and not even at half-time is he going to stop talking. Tremendous performance by him, and now the talking has got to start from Brian Clough. Well, a unique quote there from a cup final manager in a half-time interval there. They know they've got to go on battling because Forest aren't going to take this lying down, as we welcome you back to the second half with Southampton leading by 1-0. Southampton in the yellow shirts attacking the goal to our right. It's Robertson. And now Clark. And now Williams. Southampton, who beat Birmingham, Derby, Reading after a replay, Manchester City and Leeds to get this far. Play on, a good advantage played there by referee, and it's Archie Gemmell in. Oh, and stopped by Gemmell. Oh, my goodness, it just went past the post off Archie Gemmell's knee. And Gemmell, well, we had a defender getting through to make the important breakthrough for Southampton. And look how Gemmell comes through here. Off Geno's knee, and I'm not at all sure it didn't come off Alan Ball to go behind for the corner. So it was off Alan Ball. It could so easily have been an incredible own goal, and a corner for Nottingham Forest. Golak running it away. Curran, oh, nice. He's sidestepping Archie Gemmill and Austin Hayes, but Curran's going to go on his own. Brought down, Shilton out, no free kick, and I fancy Curran a little disappointed with some justification. What a startling break, though, by Terry Curran. He must have run all of 40 yards there and looked as though he might get a blistering shot in until the infringement. Except that no free kick was given. A free kick for Nottingham Forest. Barrett with it. Well, a sprightly enough start to the second half, and here comes Southampton again. You certainly get the impression that Forest have pushed men forward, and Boyer now trying to get Austin Hayes there. Beautifully weighted pass, tempting Lloyd to go out there. Hayes in possession. There's his shot, and no problem for Forest. Well, in that time-honoured phrase, end-to-end play ensued. We've had Archie Gemmill very nearly getting an equaliser for Nottingham Forest, and then two really good breaks by Southampton, and the sun out brightly. Ball, touching it on there for Peach, and it never really was his ball, though, and maybe a chance for a quick Forest break from deep here now, as Birtles takes it up and plays it on here for Gemmill, playing very much more forward now in this second half, taking the fight to Southampton, and here's John Robertson, and Golak with him, and Curran coming back quickly as well. Golak getting in there, and Gemmill playing it on for McGovern. And Forest looking a little more aggressive in this second half. Here's Robertson now. Can he get a shot in? Oh! And a goal there! Oh! Well, Birtles got a chance he should never have been allowed. So Gary Birtles, the young man who started the season in the reserves, has scored 17 goals, notches up another one, and look how it's given away by Southampton here. Golak's after him, and just look how the defence waver there, and so that Birtles gets the chance to put it into the roof of the net. Chris Nicholl, I'm sure, will go on cursing himself for not having got that ball away when it was so easy to do it, and now we're back at 1-1. And who knows, the pendulum might start to swing Forest's way. Woodcock again. Chance to get to that byline. Men have come up quickly for him, and on the far side, Martin O'Neill trying to knock it down. Getting it across the face of that goal, and there was nobody there, and in the end, Nicholl had to turn it away. And he must be saying to himself, if only I'd done that a couple of minutes ago. And suddenly, Forest are really back on song. Over it goes for this corner. Now can Southampton pull themselves round again? Clark getting in there. Gemmill. Gemmill, just as Ball did in the first half, has had a tremendous influence on these opening minutes of the second half. And Geno there to gather it before Tony Woodcock can get there. And so people like Alan Ball and Williams and Holmes have got to get hold of that midfield, and Gemmill is having such an influence on Forest in this opening period of this second half. Here's Birtles. Oh, right. Well, I never did. What was Geno doing there? I thought for a moment the whistle must have gone, and it very nearly did for a goal. Just look at this. I mean, he had that covered all ways, and it crept right along the line until Nick Holmes got it away. Well, that would have been one of the most amazing cup final goals of all time at Wembley. And Terry Geno would have been the man with the reddest face in football. And Waldron, oh, yes, a bobble very nearly did him there, and it may well have done, as Woodcock takes it up. Played there for Birtles! Offside, offside, no goal. No goal. Linesman on the far side was flagging for an offside, but it all began really when the bobble unseated Southampton, and Woodcock took it on, slipped it there for Birtles, and Birtles put it into the back of the net. Woodcock combining well with Birtles. Good tackle by Golak. And a good piece of refereeing, and the flag was up late, but the flag is up nonetheless. It won't count. Birtles again gets the ball in the back of the net. Once that counted and twice that hasn't. And the linesman a little late putting his flag up, I must say. McGovern playing it through, and I would say that he was certainly in line with David Peach. And so the goal is disallowed for offside. And the Southampton fans, having recovered from the shock of that Nottingham Forest equaliser, getting back to their singing form of the first half. Trying to stir up their side to perform as they did in the first half. Ball, a little touch for Boyer. Barrett. Now Birtles. Going all the way, Birtles! He's on his feet. They're overjoyed. And the ball won here by Tony Woodcock. Played on here for Gary Birtles to outstrip the ball. Nicol desperately trying to get in there. That challenge won't work. And under the diving body of Geno, Nottingham Forest 2, Southampton 1. So Birtles, the overjoyed man who started the season in the reserves and has now become a true Wembley hero with both the Nottingham Forest goals. Handball there by O'Neill. And Brian Clough doing a bit of, well, playing the game himself there, I think. And Laurie McMenemy looking a little dejected on the left. Gesticulations there from Brian Clough. Peach again. An afternoon that began so brilliantly for him. Here's ball. Well, that was given away again by the little Southampton captain. And here's Birtles. Well, certainly when the day dawns that Trevor Francis is eligible for everything that Forest can play him in, I don't think it'll be Gary Birtles whose place he takes. And a free kick given. I sympathise there with I sympathise there a bit with Chris Nicol. There's nothing more frustrating when a player takes that to the corner flag there, and I tend to think that whatever he gets he almost deserves, but I suppose he was whacked up the back there, was Birtles, and that can't be allowed. O'Neill crossing it in. Peach. And here's Woodcock getting in. Gemmell. Woodcock. And another one, Tony Woodcock. Now that surely has killed them off. There's that ball in the back of the Southampton net, clawed out by Terry Geno. Tony Woodcock, the man back in form, as Archie Gemmell now plays that ball in there. A nice turn, in fact, here coming up by Tony Woodcock. Sharp angle, but the aim is short. Forest 3, Southampton 1, after Forest had gone in at half-time, second best and a goal down. Tony Woodcock then, with 2 goals against Norwich on Wednesday after a fairly barren season, now gets what could be the killer at Wembley, and I think Alan Ball will be realising that himself now. With about 7 minutes to go. Southampton are going to bring on a substitute. There are the Forest fans, and here's Archie Gemmell. Played in towards the near post, a goal kick. Tony Seeley, 19 years old, coming on in a last desperate bid to find some goals for Southampton that at least could prolong this into extra time. Cut out by McGovern. Curran trying to get it back there again, but Frank Clark has no intention in this late stage of the game of allowing that. It'll be a throw for Southampton, though. Williams. Waldron right in there, and Curran in here. Oh, and a great goal by Nick Holmes. Well, get back, he says. Let's get back to the centre and get started again, because maybe the whole thing's been opened up once more. What a tremendously struck left foot shot there by Nick Holmes. Southampton always felt that he might be the fellow who would get a vital goal, and look at the way that sweetly comes off his left foot. Shilton, in fact, just gets a minor touch back of the net, and Southampton, who knows, with 2.5 minutes left, might yet be back in it. Now ball played on, Boyer's after it, Shilton's out, and Shilton gets it right on the edge of the box. That hadn't been hit quite as firmly. If Boyer had been, well, he was quick enough off the mark. If Shilton maybe hadn't been quite so quick to spot the danger, who knows? Boyer again. Brought down, free kick, and more pressure on Nottingham Forest. And surely Southampton now are going to push every man. Jack in a yellow shirt right forward now. Ball playing it wide for Golak. Well, the whistles come up from the Nottingham Forest fans now. That's significant. Curran now. Can he at last get past Frank Clark? Seeley stopped though, and winning it back. No, Clark knew a little too much for him. Williams, not back to the keeper, surely. Time is the one thing Southampton haven't got at the moment. We're inside the last minute of the game. And it's all over. And Forest become the first side to retrain the Football League Cup. You notice there that Laurie McMenemy went straight across to talk to Brian Clough and Peter Taylor. And indeed, it was a fine final. And a marvellous one for Gary Birtles with 2 goals. And for Southampton, after such a brilliant first half, it turned out to be a very disappointing second one. What a combination they are. Trevor Francis, you can just see in the background there. And Alan Ball comes forward to receive the tankard from Dr. Artemio Franchi, the president of UEFA. Terry Curran. Solid game Malcolm Waldron had too. He's one of the unsung heroes. Terry Geno. Phil Boyer. Little Austin Hayes, who was substituted near the end by Tony Seeley. Steve Williams. Chris Nichol, well, he'll have a nightmare about the equaliser, I'm sure. And Laurie McMenemy saying well done to the Nottingham Forest players as well, who are sent up those stairs by their manager, Brian Clough. John McGovern, one of the game's great pros, played in all 4 divisions of the Football League before he reached the age of 20, and has followed Brian Clough from Hartlepool to Derby to Nottingham, and I think along the way has picked up a lot of the good things of football, and now he's going to pick up the Football League Cup. So the kiss, and back to Nottingham it goes.